In this video, we're back with the 1995 RM125 project bike. As you can see, I split the cases and I ended up getting the crank rebuilt. I'm going to be using a Pro X piston and a Pro X connecting rod and bearing for the bottom end. But pretty much this is just how the bike looks. That is the stator in the bag over there. The seat for it is over there with the new seat cover I got on it. But then, after I got the bike, I ended up looking at the forks and finding this huge crack in the outer wall of the fork. This led me to go ahead and buy a new set of 1995 RM125 forks. This is pretty much just what the forks look like. Pretty clean forks, not too many dings in them. As you can see, the top bolt up here is a pretty bit messed up, but these forks are definitely better than those forks. I only paid $50 for this whole setup, so if that setup doesn't even fit properly, I can just swap it out for this one. Basically, the problem with these forks, however, is that the fork shields are blown, so I will have to be rebuilding those soon. That will be in a future video, however, but in this video, I'm just going to be putting some new parts on the RM125. I'm also just going to go pressure wash the plastics and the air box, and then throw them on the bike too. I'm only going to be throwing some of the plastics back on, like the back half of the bike, since I still need the front half to be open so I can get the motor in. First, however, let's get these ugly Tusk handguards off this bike. Got one of these tools, now I just got to loosen the ends of the handguards. Handguards are off, now I'm just going to take off the throttle tube. I'm just going to install the new throttle cable I got from Outlaw Racing. Alright, I got the needle and everything set up. The actual clip that sits in here on the side of the needle, that was actually off, so it was just sitting in there. And I just put that on the middle setting, just to see how it is, and I can adjust it later. But yeah, so I got the new cable on. Now I just got to get that on my new throttle housing that I have right over here. I'm going to grease up the inside of this and then toss it together. Alright, so with the throttle cable in, that's what it looks like. And that's what it looks like on the other side. I will probably end up loosening that as I go to do the first start, because that is barely enough space to get any air through there. So that's definitely not going to be enough for idle. But yeah. I'll make a little adjustment real quick now. But yeah, new throttle cable. Let's do it. Alright, new throttle cable's on, got this all mounted up. You can get the cover on it here, and let's move. Alright. Now we don't really need this anymore. Pretty much just got the throttle cable sitting down here. Right now, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the airbox and get the airbox in here, since I got a whole new bolt kit for it. So yeah, let's do that now. Alright, a few hours later, this is where I am at now. I just had some dinner, and now I'm gonna try and use some of this bike wash stuff on the airbox here, and try to clean it off a bit. So try to get some of the dirt off. There's metal shavings and flakes in here from when the top end blew last time. And yeah, so I'm just gonna clean this out real quick. Alright, so after quite a bit of time, I decided I'm gonna get the pressure washer out and pressure wash all these plastics right here, pressure wash the exhaust pipe, probably the silencer, and the airbox, just since the other way I was trying to clean it wasn't working very well at all. So I'm just gonna try it that way. I was looking at this piece of plastic and realized that there was actually spray paint all over it. Somebody spray painted it, and you can see it chipping right there and over there. But the overall plastic doesn't have any deep scratches in it, too many deep scratches. So I'm just gonna take off the mud flap and try to use some brake cleaner to get this off. But if it doesn't work, I'll just buy a new black one, whatever. So brake cleaner ended up getting the slightest bit amount of paint on there after I sat in just one spot. So brake cleaner probably won't work for this. It's going to take way too long to use brake cleaner. So I'm going to try to use some chain cleaner stuff that we have and see if that'll work. I doubt it will, but it's worth a try. Alright, so the chain cleaner ended up only working just about the exact same as the actual brake cleaner did. So neither of them worked too well. I guess I'm just going to go around the garage and find something else. Alright, so actually a couple days later, I'm picking back up. I had washed the airbox and air boot, the plastics over there I washed off. And I tried washing off the tank, and I ended up finding out it's actually a yellow tank, but they spray painted it black. So I'm gonna get some paint remover and try to keep this tank. I don't want to buy another tank because they're like $100, but I don't know. I'm definitely gonna try to keep that. If it doesn't end up working, I'll just spray paint it black in the worst case. But yeah, so this is the arm right now. Basically, I'm just gonna throw some more stuff on it, and yeah, let's get to it. Got the fresh bolt kit here. Just gonna add a bolt into the airbox right there, hold this thing on, and then get this on the bike. 4 hours later, this is where I'm at, just putting on the airbox and the plastics. I started at like 7 o'clock, and now it's 12 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta go to bed because I have school tomorrow. Overall, what I did was I just put the airbox on, now the air boot, put a little in there right now. Made sure it was all cleaned out and everything, no metal chunks or shavings from when the motor blew the last time. So I got that on there. I used the new bolt kit. I put the rear fender on. I put on the side number plate, and yeah, I got all the other plastic over here that I washed. I'm hoping tomorrow to go get some paint remover for the gas tank and that thing. For the rear thing, whatever, just remove the paint on that. And then I was trying to put like stuff on over here. Now, it actually took me a really long time to do the airbox because I was so confused, and I was actually doing it wrong because I wasn't hooking it up under there. But yes, I came in here and I saw this. Well, somebody sheared off a bolt in there, and I went after that with pliers and screwdriver, hammer, and I ended up getting this nut on there. And I kept twisting it, and nothing would happen, wouldn't come off. And eventually, I just resorted to putting the nut on there, putting JB Weld on it, and I'm going to get that off tomorrow when I work on the bike again. Couldn't even get the sheared bolt out. Lasted the thing with heat for a bit, and I twisted it, hammered it, tried everything I could, twisted a bolt in there from the other end, and it still wouldn't come out. So I think JB Weld was the only other way to get that off, and I could just twist that off tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, so overall in this video, I pretty much just got the new throttle body and throttle cable and stuff all hooked up. It is a little bit stiff. See, there's no play in it, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's weird. I'll figure out once I get the bike actually running. But, so yeah, I got the side number plate, the fender, the air box, and that stuff on, the seats on. I'm actually going to redo that seat cover since it is actually crooked. I'll show you guys what I mean now. But yeah, if you look at the seat cover, you can see it's a little bit more slid over to the right. So it's pretty crooked and sideways. So that kind of pissed me off a bit. So I'm just going to end up redoing that potentially tomorrow. But maybe I'll just wait until spring break to do it when I have more time. But yeah, overall, this is what the RM's looking like right now. Definitely still got plenty of work to do. Pretty much, I just got to get the motor in it, do some other cosmetic work, and rebuild these forks. These are indeed a 1995 model, and I actually found out that the model forks and triple clamps are actually from a newer model, probably like 2000s. If I really wanted to, I could do a restyle kit on the front, but the only issue with that is that it's still got that big crack in the fork right there. So I can't really do anything about that. So I'm just gonna end up probably selling those on eBay or Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks and see if anybody can just gut them out and take the insides of them. I have a new petcock on the way for the Harley, and since that one's leaking gas really bad and it's already cracked and broken, so that one's just garbage anyways. But yeah, so this is gonna be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like down below, help support the channel, subscribe, that'd be even more epic. And yeah, go check out some of my other videos. I got about like 3 weeks until spring break, and then once I get to there, by that time I should have everything for the motor, and I should be able to get it together and get a video out by the end of spring break. I really am hoping to get this bike build done by the end of April, or before the end of April, maybe hopefully sooner if I can get the motor done quicker. But if you guys know any good manuals or anything I can use for the motor, because I have no idea where any of the bolts go, and the bolts are all scattered, so I might have to order a bolt kit or something for that. But let me know any good manuals that you know of for the 1995 R125. But any help is definitely very much appreciated. Alright, thank you so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the bell too and turn on the post notifications so you're notified when I post new videos. And go check out another video or something. Maybe one of the other videos that pop up on the screen here. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.